I think this makes sense. And obviously, if you're a Tesla investor, you're going to like the idea that Elon Musk returns to the company. But if you think about it, the Doge committee, the Doge group, if you will, they've been expanding. Bloomberg News just reported a few minutes ago that Kalshi's chief regulatory officer is going to Doge. What Elon Musk essentially has done is he's created a group, and they're going agency by agency, but they can only cut so much. If they cut too much, then eventually it's going to be a political blowback. And Elon Musk doesn't have the power to go after the mandatory spending, which is where the big ticket items in terms of reducing the deficit is. So I think this makes sense. He's going to return to the Tesla, assuming Politico's reporting is correct. He'll return to Tesla, but nothing prevents him from coming back. Nothing prevents him from going into the White House. And I think if you're a Republican on Capitol Hill, you'll love the idea that maybe you're not going to have the White House calling for deep cuts to Social Security, the mandatory spending, if you will. They'll be left to Congress. So I think they may be pleased with this as well.
So this is not the end of Doge, if this is indeed true. This is just sort of an evolution of Doge. So we can still expect that to come and bring hammers to everyone's payroll here?
Absolutely. Well, at least in terms of your first question, in terms of this is not the end of Doge. Doge is going to continue. But what Elon Musk did is essentially created a group of advisors and individuals that are going in agency by agency, and they're looking at identifying areas to cut. But for, Elon's main goal of deficit reduction, he's not going to be able to do that with Doge. They just do not have the power to do that. It requires an act of Congress. So you are going to see Doge continue probably for the next year, if not a little bit longer, until they really get to the point where they are streamlined and they feel that they've adequately right-sized those agencies. But for the big ticket items, we're going to see that in the upcoming tax debate in terms of things like Medicaid, SNAP benefits. Obviously that wasn't mandatory, but Social Security, the really key things that are really important to the deficit, Doge and Elon Musk just don't have the ability to control. He's going to need Congress to do that. And I think Congress is going to be happy. They're now going to be back in the driver's seat, assuming that Elon Musk does leave.
Hey, Nathan, I wonder if the last night's race in Wisconsin with the judicial race where Elon Musk candidate did not win, do you think that had anything to do with his decision-making?
I don't think so, but I think what last night did, it was an indication of what Republicans fear may happen 18 months from now. I mean, if you look at midterm elections, they always swing back the other way. I mean, the joke is, think of U.S. politics as like a car out of control going down the street. It hits guardrails left and right, left and right. It never goes straight. And so, the tendency here is that the House of Representatives is going to be in play for Democrats. And I think yesterday just told a lot of those Republicans on Capitol Hill that a year from now, this may be something that hurts them politically. And so I don't think anybody's going to vote off of what happens right now, 18 months from now. But I do think that this, decision for Elon Musk to maybe step away from Washington and go back to Texas and Florida and so forth like that will make a little bit of the Republicans on Capitol Hill breathe a little bit easier just because they can get a little bit more control of the narrative.